Listen carefully. There is one thing about you that you must keep private. Never let anyone know it. Not your close friend, not your girlfriend, not your family, not the person smiling in your face. Because the moment people learn it, you become predictable. And once you become predictable, you become controllable. Look around. Most people around you are not listening to understand you. They are listening to map you. They are collecting what moves you, what breaks you, what you crave, what you fear, what makes you react. Then they wait. You think you are sharing. You think you are being honest. You think you are building trust. No, you are handing out a handle. You are giving them a place to pull. Here is the rule. The more you reveal about yourself, the easier you are to break. People smile in your face, but behind that smile, they are collecting information. They are organizing their behavior around what you revealed. They ask questions that sound like concern. They encourage honesty that quietly disarms you. And once they know what you want, what you fear, what shakes your confidence, they no longer need to confront you. They wait. They apply pressure exactly where it works. Niccolo Machiavelli warned us. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. That is not philosophy. That is a weapon manual. You think transparency builds trust. In reality, it builds access. Access to your insecurities. Access to your intentions. Access to the part of you that reacts instead of decides. And here is the part most people never admit. The ones who hurt you the most rarely discovered your weaknesses on their own. You revealed them. Marcus Aurelius warned about this in plain language. The moment external things disturb your mind, you enter slavery. Most men hand over the keys daily, then call it life. Look at your own life and be honest. The last time you opened up, the last time you explained your fears, the last time you shared your plans, your doubts, your inner state, what happened afterward was not random. They listened. They nodded. They remembered. Weeks later, months later, that same information shows up again. In an argument, in a joke, in a moment where they suddenly know exactly how to pressure you. That was not betrayal. That was leverage being activated. The most dangerous thing about revealing yourself is not betrayal, it's predictability. Once someone can anticipate your reactions, your needs, your breaking points, they don't need force. They apply pressure and wait. So listen closely. This video is not motivation. It is exposure. Because control today does not look like chains. Control looks like a message ruining your mood. A disrespect you replay for 3 days. A plan you delay because one person planted doubt. And the most dangerous part is you still call yourself free. Stay with me. Near the end, I will name the exact thing you must never let anyone know about you, and why revealing it makes people test you, bait you, manage you, and move you without resistance. Once you see it, you stop explaining, you stop leaking, you stop giving people handles to grab you with. You become unreadable. And unreadable men do not get controlled. Here is what happens the moment you reveal the wrong thing about yourself, and this is where most men lose control without realizing it. You tell someone what you are planning next, not as an announcement, just casually, thinking you are sharing direction, ambition, clarity. They nod. They ask questions. They seem interested. But from that moment on, your momentum is no longer yours alone. They start reacting before you act. They plant doubts disguised as concern. They subtly reshape how you see your own plan, not because it is wrong, but because it makes them uncomfortable. You tell someone you're planning to leave a job. Suddenly the mood shifts. They don't attack you directly. They ask questions that slow you down. Have you thought this through? Is now really the right time? What if it doesn't work? Nothing they say sounds hostile. But days later, you feel heavier. Doubt that wasn't yours is now sitting in your head. You didn't lose momentum by accident. You donated it. The moment someone knows where you are going, they can position themselves against it, above it, or in front of it. They don't have to stop you openly. They just have to introduce friction early enough. That's why powerful men never announce direction. They arrive. Another leak is emotional transparency with the wrong audience. You open up about something that shook you, a failure, a fear, a moment of weakness. You think you're building trust. What you're actually doing is drawing a map to your pressure points. Weeks later, in a disagreement, that same detail resurfaces, not as concern, as a weapon, a joke, a reminder, a subtle push right where it hurts. People don't forget what moves you. They store it. The man who explains his pain publicly teaches others how to control his behavior privately. Then there's the need to explain yourself. You justify a decision you don't owe anyone. You clarify your boundaries. You defend your silence. You correct misunderstandings that don't matter. Every explanation lowers your position, because explanations signal uncertainty. They say, "I need you to understand me in order for this to stand." Machiavelli understood this instinctively. Authority doesn't argue its existence, it assumes it. The moment you feel compelled to explain, someone else is already judging. And here's the quiet one most men miss. You reveal how much approval matters to you. You laugh when a joke crosses a line. You tolerate small disrespect to keep the peace. You respond too quickly to messages because silence makes you uncomfortable. People notice that. They notice how fast you come back, how easily you bend, how much tension you absorb to avoid friction. Once they know you fear disapproval more than loss, they own leverage. This is how control actually works. Not through domination, through access. Access to your plans, access to your emotions. You don't get controlled because people are evil. You get controlled because you leave doors open. And the more you talk, the more doors you unlock for the wrong people. There is one detail about you that quietly decides how people treat you, how they measure your worth, and how much pressure they feel entitled to apply. Your income. You should never reveal how much you make. Not your profit, not your financial ceiling, not even when it's good news. The moment people know your numbers, the relationship changes permanently. The moment someone knows how much you make, the dynamic changes permanently. Look at what happens the instant the number leaves your mouth. If it's lower than expected, respect drops. Your opinions weigh less. Your boundaries get tested more aggressively. If it's higher than expected, a different poison enters. Envy, entitlement, expectation. Suddenly people assume you can carry more, pay more, solve more, tolerate more. You didn't become stronger. You became visible. You tell family you're doing well financially. The requests start sounding casual, small at first, then constant. And when you say no, the tone changes. You're no longer working hard. You're selfish. That's not generosity failing. That's information being used against you. Income is not just money. It's leverage. When people know your earning level, they calculate what they can extract. Favors, time, guilt, access, and if they can't extract, they resent. The dangerous part is you think honesty builds trust. It doesn't. It builds entitlement. Then there's the workplace. You share your salary or your side income with a coworker. Now they compare themselves to you. If they make less, you become a threat. If they make more, they see you as disposable. Either way, the data poisons the dynamic. Machiavelli warned that envy is born the moment people feel unequal, and income is the fastest way to trigger it. Because once someone can estimate your financial limits, they know how much pressure to apply. They know how long you can resist. They know what scares you. They know what you can afford to lose. You think you're being transparent. They think they're gathering intelligence. Even success becomes dangerous when revealed too early. You tell people a project is making money. Suddenly, everyone has advice, opinions, warnings, doubt disguised as concern. They don't want details, they want influence. And if it fails later, Now you've given them something even worse. Proof. Never forget this. People don't need to know what you earn to respect you. They need to see that you are not desperate. Silence protects your range. The man who reveals his income gives others a measuring stick. The man who conceals it forces them to guess. And when people are guessing, they are cautious. Money is not just currency. It is a measure people use to decide how much they can take from you. That is why revealing income is never neutral. It fixes you in someone else's mental hierarchy. This is why powerful people never speak in numbers. They speak in ambiguity. They let others guess. Uncertainty protects movement. The less people know about your financial position, the harder it is for them to pressure you, compare you, guilt you, or plan around you. Once they know the number, they stop reacting to you. They start calculating. And the moment someone is calculating you, you are no longer in control of the interaction. Keep this unseen, not because money is shameful, because clarity is dangerous. Stay alert. There is another layer to what must remain invisible, if you intend to stay unmanageable. There is another exposure that quietly destroys control the moment you allow it to surface. What makes you react? The moment someone learns what angers you, what scares you, what embarrasses you, or what unsettles you, they no longer need to confront you directly. They can move you from the side. Marcus Aurelius warned against this without sentiment. If you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your judgment about it. The moment someone knows what disturbs you, they gain influence over your judgment. Watch how this plays out. You admit that being ignored gets under your skin. Suddenly, silence becomes a weapon. Replies slow down. Messages arrive late. You feel pressure without a word being spoken. You admit that disrespect bothers you. Now sarcasm appears disguised as humor. Small jabs land publicly. You are forced to decide whether to react or swallow it, and either choice costs you. You admit that uncertainty makes you anxious. Now information gets withheld. Details arrive late. You are kept guessing while others stay calm. You didn't reveal honesty. You revealed a trigger. This is how control actually works in modern life. Not through shouting, not through force, through calibrated discomfort. Once someone knows what destabilizes you, they don't need to overpower you. They only need to recreate the condition. This is why arguments rarely stay about facts. They drift toward tone, timing, and emotional pressure. The goal is not to be right. The goal is to provoke. Look at your past conflicts closely. Notice how often the other side stopped debating and started pressing emotional buttons they somehow knew existed. Those buttons were not discovered. They were disclosed. You see it in relationships. The moment you say, "I hate when you do that," you have given instructions. Not for care, for leverage. You see it at work. You admit stress about deadlines. Deadlines tighten. You admit fear of being overlooked. Visibility becomes conditional. The person who remains unreadable forces others to guess. The person who explains themselves makes targeting effortless. This is why composure is not personality. It is defense. Silence under pressure is not passivity. It is denial of access. The less people know about what moves you internally, the fewer options they have to move you externally. They are forced to deal with facts instead of reactions. And reactions are where most men are controlled. This is the discipline few maintain. Not because it is complex, because it requires restraint when exposure feels relieving. You do not need to announce what affects you. You need to master it privately. Because the moment someone knows how to make you flinch, they no longer have to respect you. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the best revenge is to be unlike the one who wronged you. He meant emotional independence. If someone cannot tell what disturbs you, they cannot steer you. If this landed where it should, lock it in. Drop this in the comments. I don't reveal my triggers. Not for the algorithm, for yourself. Because once you stop handing out emotional access, the number of ways people can control you collapses instantly. Keep moving. There is still something deeper that must remain unseen if you intend to stay out of reach. There is another layer of exposure that destroys control slowly, quietly, and almost invisibly, and it is the one most men never think to guard. Who you value, who you are loyal to, who you would hesitate to lose. The moment someone understands where your loyalty sits, they understand where to apply pressure. Watch how this unfolds in real life. You make it clear who matters to you. A partner, a friend, a mentor, a group. You speak about them with warmth. You defend them reflexively. You prioritize them without calculation. It feels human. It feels right. But from that moment forward, that attachment becomes a lever. Disrespect stops being random and becomes strategic. Lines are crossed near the people you care about, not directly at you. Subtle comments appear. Boundaries are tested indirectly. You feel the pull immediately. You tolerate more than you should. You explain longer than you need to. You soften positions you would otherwise hold. Not because you are weak, because your loyalty has been exposed. This happens constantly in professional environments. A manager learns which team member you rely on most. That person is reassigned, or criticized, or placed between you and advancement. You see it in negotiations. The moment the other side knows which outcome you care about most, the pressure narrows toward it. Delays form exactly where you feel urgency. Concessions are demanded precisely where you hesitate to walk away. They are not negotiating terms anymore. They are negotiating against your attachments. This is why revealing loyalty without restraint is dangerous. Loyalty is not virtue when it is visible. It is vulnerability. Machiavelli understood this without sentiment. He observed that alliances are only useful when they remain flexible, because fixed loyalties create predictable behavior, and predictability invites exploitation. Once people know who or what anchors you emotionally, they no longer need to confront you. They work around you. They pressure the anchor. This is why powerful individuals rarely display open allegiance. They keep relationships compartmentalized. They let others wonder where their true commitments lie. Not because they lack connection, because ambiguity preserves control. Look at your own reactions. Notice how quickly your posture changes when someone disrespects a person you care about. How easily your calm fractures. How rapidly you move to defend, justify, or intervene. That reaction is readable. And what is readable becomes usable. You must understand this clearly. The goal is not to abandon loyalty. The goal is to stop advertising it. There is a difference between being loyal and being legible. The man who reveals his attachments hands others a map. The man who conceals them forces others to move cautiously. Marcus Aurelius captured this discipline precisely when he wrote, "Do not waste what remains of your life in speculating about others, unless it serves a mutual benefit. Attachment that serves control must be quiet, private, unspoken, because once someone knows what you would sacrifice for, they know what to threaten without ever saying it aloud. This is why silence around your loyalties is not coldness. It is insulation. You can care deeply and still remain unreadable. You can value others without allowing that value to dictate your behavior under pressure. The moment you master this, interactions change again. People hesitate before involving your attachments. They stop assuming leverage. They stop testing indirectly. Not because you warned them, because they no longer know where to press. This is how control compounds. First you guard your intentions, then your resources, then your emotional triggers, now your loyalties. Each layer reduces access, and as access shrinks, so does the ability of others to manage you. There is one final exposure that completes the structure, and it is the one people exploit without ever appearing hostile. Your need to be seen a certain way, the image you protect, the role you want others to assign you, the reputation you fear losing. The moment someone understands how you want to be perceived, they understand how to steer you. Watch how subtle this becomes. You want to be seen as competent, so mistakes are framed publicly and praise is withheld privately. You want to be seen as strong, so challenges are issued in front of others to provoke reaction. You want to be seen as reasonable, so unreasonable demands are presented calmly and repeatedly. You feel pressure to respond, not because the demand is valid, but because silence would threaten the image you've invested in. That image becomes the leash. You see this everywhere. At work, someone questions you just enough to make you explain yourself in meetings, not to learn, to reposition you. In relationships, someone frames you as cold, distant, or difficult, knowing you will rush to correct the narrative rather than hold the line. On social platforms, people bait reactions, knowing public perception matters more to you than the truth. You are not being challenged, you are being handled. The need to control how you are seen creates predictable behavior. Predictable behavior creates leverage. Machiavelli understood this instinctively. He knew reputation is a weapon only when you control it, and a liability the moment you defend it. The man who rushes to correct appearances hands others authority over his actions. This is why explaining yourself is never neutral. Every explanation reveals priorities. Every defense exposes fear. Every clarification signals where pressure works. The man who is secure does not rush to define himself. He lets others guess, and uncertainty forces restraint. You must understand this clearly. Once someone knows which label bothers you, they will use it. Once they know which accusation unsettles you, they will repeat it. Once they know which version of yourself you are trying to protect, they will threaten it casually, not out of cruelty, out of instinct. This is why silence after accusation is powerful. Not because the accusation is false, because refusing to correct it denies leverage. You are not required to manage other people's interpretations of you. The moment you accept that task, you surrender control. Strong men do not chase reputation. They let outcomes speak. They let time resolve narratives. They refuse to feed. This is the final layer of concealment. When your intentions are guarded, your resources are ambiguous, your emotions are unreadable, your loyalties are quiet, and your identity is undefended. There is very little left for anyone to use. Pressure loses precision. Manipulation loses entry points. Control attempts become clumsy. You are no longer managed through reaction. You move on your own terms. And that is the point. Not invisibility, not isolation, unreachability. Once you remove the need to be understood, approved, or correctly perceived, you close the last door others use to enter your inner state. From there, control belongs to you. At this point, the pattern should be impossible to ignore. Every time you lost control, it wasn't because someone overpowered you. It was because you revealed something that should have remained inaccessible. Your intentions gave them foresight. Your income gave them expectations. Your emotions gave them leverage. Your loyalties gave them pressure points. Your image gave them a handle. None of these were taken from you. They were offered. This is the law most people never articulate, but everyone exploits. Control does not come from dominance. It comes from asymmetry. The person who knows less about you must respond. The person who knows more can wait. Machiavelli understood this without apology. He knew that men are controlled not by chains, but by access. Access to fear, to desire, to reaction, to ego. Once access exists, pressure becomes effortless. This is why restraint feels dangerous at first, because it removes the familiar crutch of explanation. It forces you to stand without being understood. But understand this clearly. The man who explains himself is already negotiating. The man who reveals himself is already exposed. The man who defends his image is already reacting. Silence is not emptiness. It is refusal. Refusal to provide material. Refusal to clarify. Refusal to be legible. When nothing important about you is visible, people adjust instinctively. They speak more carefully. They hesitate longer. They test less. Not because you demanded respect, because there is nothing obvious to use. This is not about becoming cold. It is about becoming closed where it matters. You can be present without being transparent. You can be calm without being open. You can be powerful without being loud. Once you accept that not everything about you deserves daylight, your entire posture changes. You stop leaking advantage. You stop feeding pressure. You stop participating in games designed around your reactions. And from that position, something irreversible happens. You are no longer managed. You are no longer steered. You are no longer predictable. You see now how often control was taken from you without force, how much leverage you handed over by explaining, revealing, defending, and trying to be understood. That ends here. This channel exists for one reason: to strip away behaviors that make you readable, manageable, predictable, and replace them with restraint, leverage, and quiet authority. If this video exposed something you recognize in yourself, don't scroll past it. Acknowledge it. Drop this in the comments to lock it in. I don't reveal what can be used against me. That single sentence filters how you move from now on. If you want more content like this, not motivation, not comfort, not surface-level psychology, but laws that actually change how power operates in real life, subscribe to the channel, like the video so it reaches the right people. Share it with the one person you know who keeps explaining themselves and wonders why they keep losing ground. And if you want access to what I cannot share publicly, the material that goes beneath this layer, the knowledge that gets videos suppressed, demonetized, or buried by algorithms, join the membership. Inside we go further. No filters, no soft framing, just the rules that stay hidden because they work too well. If you're done being controlled by what others know about you, you already know what to do. We move in silence.